I'm just waiting for it to be in the NoFace web channel.
The NoFace too. Yeah.
Now you can see it? Yeah. Now we're live. Now we're talking. What's up, guys? How you doing?
What's going on, everybody? Feels nice to finally be on this demo drop. It's been too long, man. It's been way too long. But we're here, you know, life's good. And can't wait to listen to all the demos that we got today.
Oh yeah. Please comment in the chat section. Let's see who is joining us. In the meantime, I'm gonna share the link into our group. Okay. Tivo, how are you feeling today?
All good, man. Life's good.
Life's
Can't complain. Can't complain. Another day, another banger, I guess. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
How about you?
Doing great, you know. Excited to go to Soles tonight and
Yes.
party a bit.
Yes.
Party a bit.
Yes, that's gonna be fun. And guys, actually, I'm gonna tell you guys, I was there last night as well. After I got off of work and everything, and it was a pretty good party. It was pretty filled, and you know, got to see a lot of my got to see a lot of my DJ friends. You know, a lot of the local DJs that I know here in the Dominican Republic. Also, you know, some other people that I know, and so it was really nice just being with everybody and vibing out.
Nice. Okay, guys, well, let's get started. Today we had 7 submissions, and the first one is from our good Turkish friend, John Erkan. Tivo, would you mind reading it?
Of course. Hi, guys. This has been a long-term project I created a long time ago and recorded with my own vocals, trying to tell a true story. It was a huge challenge to get this track as nice as I wanted in my super busy summer schedule. You can understand with the cover art that I created. But thanks to Marcus Martinez for reviving this track. Yes, it's a tech house banger, and I hope you like it. Cheers.
Okay.
All right.
Let's listen to it.
You say I'm complicated. Do you think I'm complicated? Then put yourself in my shoes. Please bear with me. Bear with me. Then put yourself in my shoes. Please bear with me.
Alright, guys, this was Bear With Me by John Erkan. And look, first comments. John, we gotta fix this track. It sounds a bit distorted, and the background vocal I feel needs to be lowered just a bit. Those are my comments, my brother, but don't worry, we can rework this track. You know, as you can hear, it's only some subtle movements that we have to do, but production-wise, I feel it's done. Thibaut, your comments?
Yeah. So I think the same. Like in terms of production, it's pretty much done. It's just it's just some little changes here on the mixing and also bringing certain elements out more. Like for example, there were a couple leads that were in there that just required just a tad bit more saturation, just to bring more effect into the track. But other than that, like that's all I gotta say for this one.
Yeah, I agree. So, John, I'm gonna hit you up after the live so we can fix this as soon as possible, if possible tomorrow, so we can resubmit it, okay? Perfect. Okay.
Awesome.
Okay, John is back with a tech house banger.
Yes, sir.
Let's see
That
who's
definitely
next.
was a banger.
Our boy Murky.
Murky Bong Water. All right, here's another go. I had a hell of a time trying to play some simple stabs, and this was the outcome. Just my style, I guess. Ha ha. Hope you guys enjoy. All right. Without any further ado, let's get into this. Turn it up by Murky Bong Water.
I don't wanna leave the club, I just came to find some love. DJ, can you play my song? Dance and party all night long. This is my song, turn it up. Pour a little bit of that bass in my cup. This is my, turn it up. Pour a little bit of that bass in my cup. JK, my song, dance party all night long. I just came to find my love. JK, my song, dance party all night long. I don't wanna leave the club, I just came to find some love. DJ, can you play my song? Dance and party all night long.
All right. What a nice track by our boy Murky Bongwater. Look, brother, I like the way that you're being really consistent, and we can notice that in your sound. This track is a really nice idea, but in my perception, I feel like your low end is a bit overpowered. So please take a reference track, the one you are using right now. Use the reference track you're using right now and try to rebalance your low end. A plugin that I like using in order to rebalance my low end is called Bass Room, and it's really amazing, that plugin, because there you have many presets of many subgenres. In this case, of course, I select the Texas one, and it gives you some pointers about where to how can I say it, increase or decrease your low end in some certain areas, and it's like magic. So that's an option. Another one would be revisit your track and work that manually. Also, production wise, I like the game you have with the vocal and the lead that comes after, but still I would like some more groove movement. So for example, you can chop the vocal and follow the bass rhythm. That would be really cool to feel it out more. And also, I really like your, how's it called, producer tag?
The DJ drop. It's a DJ drop, yeah.
Yeah. Man,
Murky Bongwater.
keep it. That's really
I
nice.
mean, that was a really horrible interpretation of that vocal, but you know, I'm not a woman, so I can't.
Right.
Yeah, I can't match that.
It's called the tag, not a girl.
The tag.
Yeah,
Okay.
producer tag. Yeah, whatever it is, producer tag. You can also use it as a DJ drop as well on a show. But anyways, so my comments on this track, really awesome shit, dude. But I do agree with Marcus on the low end. I think the kick is a little overpowered, more specifically the kick than anything. So just tweak that down a little bit, and I think other than that, like, this is pretty much ready to go.
Yeah, really nice track. Please keep working on this one, and after you work it using our comments, please send it to the feedback email. And also, I'm checking at your comment that you have heard of it before. Nice. Just be careful, because Bass Room needs to be in the, how can I say it, in the master. You cannot drop this one into your low end bus or bass
Individual
bus.
channels.
It has to be in the master, okay? So, nice track, my brother. Nice track.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go for another one. Oh, okay. Our boy Kelly Reverb.
All right, Kelly Reverb, chunky in your face banger. I think this one is gonna be big.
Okay, let's check it
All
out.
right. We got Kelly Reverb and Chad Lamont's Big Booty.
Yeah. Yeah.
The number you have dialed is not available at present. Please leave your message after the beep.
When I think of asses, woman's ass, something comes out of me. Here she got great ass, and you got your head all the way up it.
That bitch is crazy.
Big booty, big booty. Bounce it, bounce it. Yeah.
That bitch is crazy.
Big booty, big booty. Bounce it, bounce it.
All right. Nice submission by our boys Kelly Reverb and Chad Lemans. You see some other Academy members that submit every week after week after week after week. This is so nice. Okay, Kelly Reverb and Chad Lemans, big booty. My main comment is regarding your hats. I feel like your hats are a bit, how can I say it? You should reduce a bit of the volume and make them sharper, If you are on Ableton, you can easily do it by consolidating all your hats and then go into this transient section, and from there you can reduce it. Or you can use the transient shaper by your choice, or for example by waves we have, it's called smack attack, where you can reduce the sustain and make it more straight to the point. I like the vocal you have, but I would say you either add a secondary vocal to make it more groovier, or you use that same vocal and you chop it. Maybe something that this track kind of reminded me to Duro by Sid. In that track, he plays a lot with the chops throughout the whole track, and that keeps the grooviness. What are your thoughts, my friend?
The only thing I gotta say is is that there's a couple areas where some basic ear candy can be added. Like for example, towards this second drop right here.
Big booty,
Yeah,
big
towards the
booty.
second drop, like possibly like a drum fill or something like that, just to give your drops a little more power. You know, it's like little bits and bits, but you know,
Right.
like some drum fills, you know, stuff like that. But other than that, in the respect of the ear candy throughout the rest of the drop, you already got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like these little details.
Yeah, exactly. And also, I would advise you. I mean, this is more like a personal opinion. I feel like your bassline could be a bit groovier. Something like ta taka 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 ta taka 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 ta. Oh, actually, I have a good track, a reference track that could be useful for you. Let me. Tipo, can I have the headphones?
Of course.
Look, guys. Let me show you this track. Let me. I'm gonna search in here. Something. Okay. Let me go to SoundCloud. I listened to this in the Blue Clear.
The new one.
No. It's one that he played here. It says San Pacho on released, but check Charlemagne's and Clay River. Maybe this track can be helpful as reference. You can see it in Blue Clear channel, Blueprint Volume 8.
You can check. You can check the.
Stylist, don't do what you please. I got money.
For example, this first track, check how groovy it is in terms of the bass line and their vocal, how they play with it, how they chop it. So as you can hear, guys, they are just playing with the vocal. So Kelly and Chad, you can do the same with your vocal, or my favorite choice would be add a secondary vocal. Okay, so let's go with the next one.
Yes. All right, guys.
Yeah, Zico is right. A laser could be nice. Is that vocal granulized? I don't know, to be honest. We'll check in a minute. Who's our next submission?
Isaz.
Isaz.
Yes.
Okay. introduce him, please.
All right, guys. So our next submission is from Izaz. He said, "Not my best work in my opinion. Something I produce in a couple hours for fun. Just wanted to share with you guys." Izaz, these are usually the situations where you say like, "Oh, like I hate this track," but then it ends up being a banger. I know you too well already. This always happens, but let's get right into this.
This was our boys Isaz with Sweet Temptation. Really, really nice track. Unexpected, to be honest. In the beginning, I thought, okay, it's gonna be something tech house, 2-room sound, but you impressed us.
Yeah, with Piano House.
Yeah, with Piano House. Okay, my brother, let's go straight to the point. Our comments. Okay, I feel like in the beginning you used too much white noise. Look, this is what I mean by that. in that section you use too much white noise, and remember, effects are background elements, so reduce it around let's say to 3 minus 5 dB because it's too loud. Okay, that could be my first comment. And then it would be nice that you introduce the piano from the intro of your track. Maybe you can loop it in the beginning in a filtered way, because I feel like in the beginning, like I already said, I thought this was gonna be a tech house track, but then you flip everything, which is cool, but you should preview what's coming. So what I could advise you is the piano, the main piano you have, introduce it from the beginning, but in a filtered way. Also, some advice I could give to everybody: whenever you introduce a vocal and you want to properly introduce it, you can chop the first hit of that vocal, apply ton of reverb, consolidate and unflat that part, and then reverse it, so you can have like a reverb tail introducing the vocal, something like that, in order to introduce the vocal, and in order to not feel it like a big hit vocal, you know. That would be it. And also, another advice I could give you is you have a scene shot, something similar to this classic disco shot. I like it. I like the way you have it, but I would advise you to reduce it just a bit, maybe around minus 2 dB. Okay. And also, from time to time, every 8 bars, try to make a fill, or if you want to be more conservative, filter your low end every 8 bars, just the last 2 hits, and then boom, you introduce the next section. Thibaut, your comments on the track?
All right, so yes, to add what Marcus said about, or to add on to what Marcus was saying about the piano, especially when you're introducing it, I would recommend filtering it in, because that's gonna give it a little more energy in the track. And then also, something I could suggest to add is some bongos and the percussions, because I'm listening to this and then I'm like, okay, you know, like this is 100% something that I'm playing like on the beach, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And so, you know, with some bongo percussions in the background there, you know, it'll add extra groove to the track.
Exactly. And the bongos could be used after the piano is playing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nice addition. All right, Isaias, again, just like our last voice, fix your track and then feel free to send it into the feedback email so we can give you further comments, okay? So our next submission, our boy Django.
All right, yo, hope you guys are doing great. Today I came up with a quote-unquote future bass track I started this Monday. The mix is awful, but the important thing right now is the ID, so I hope you like it.
Let's check it out.
All right.
Let's get into this.
nice track by our boy Django. Okay, I like his honesty. Like mix is soulful, but the important thing is about the idea.
Yeah.
And I'm with you, my friend, because look, when you are a beginner, your main focus should be the production. Okay, once you are in the, let's say, in the 60% of the production knowledge, okay, you can jump slowly into mixing. So yeah, it's great that you're right now focusing on production. I really like your style. I like that you start with future bass and then some combination later with, let's say, like electro future bass, something like that. I really like it. Something that I would advise is this second breakdown that you have to make it shorter, because look, think about keeping the attention of the listener. And to be honest, in order to give you a quality feedback, this didn't catch me that much. So I would cut half of it, you know. Nowadays, the radio edits are around 2 minutes, 2 minutes and a half, 3 minutes, you know. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can make the tracks the longer you want, but you have to be strategic on how to hook people, how to keep them with you. I mean, we now see it with TikToks, for example. With TikToks, the content creators have to catch the audience in the first seconds. In this case, ask yourself, how are you doing that? How are you gonna keep the listener engaging with you throughout the entire track? So, like I said, you can make tracks really long, but the question is, how are you gonna keep everybody attentive to your track? So, in your case, I would advise you cut half of that breakdown and work with that. Be more conservative. Thibaut, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, so I agree. I agree this with the same thing in terms of the fact that the idea is there, and now something that I would suggest also is working on the transitions. Like for example, the transition from the first drop into the second breakdown. There, like the transition happened a little too quick, if that makes sense. I don't know how to really put this into words, but it's like, like for me, it was like almost instantaneous. And so what you got to do with these kind of tracks is you build it up and then you got the soft transition. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And our boy Django is telling us in the comments that he wants to add a vocal. Okay, perfect. Leave it the way it is. Okay, guys. Sorry, Django. So if you find a vocal, use it. If not, chop it. Okay. So let's go with our next submission.
All right, and our next submission is from Zico, Alden Rowe. Hi, Max and Marcus, and also TiVo. Hope you are doing well. I have yet to finish this track, but the big picture is there. Hope you like it so far.
All right.
All right, without any further ado, let's get into it.
was Glitch by our boy Alton Raw. You see, guys, this is a good example of how to keep listeners engaged with your music. I mean, this is techno, and techno uses to be more conservative in their sounds, but Zico always plays with all these variations, you know? Like, for example, the hardstyle kick.
Yeah, the hard style variation.
Hardstyle, the hardstyle variation you had at the second pre-drop, some subtle synths playing during the drops. I mean, production-wise, I feel like it's really, really nice. I would only work the mix down. Like, for example, I feel like the kick should break through a bit better, and you need a bit of brightness on your overall track. Maybe boosting around, let's say 8K, 10K on the master channel. But overall, the idea is really, really fantastic. So Alton Raw, I think this should be our next track to work, but we will talk, my guy.
Yes, and I 100% agree with everything that Marcus is saying. The only suggestion that I have is bringing the clap out a little more. When you introduce it, the clap in comparison to the rest of the elements that you have on the track is a little quiet, in my opinion. But other than that, that's it. That's the only comment that I have for this one. But you know, the idea is there and the production's insane. And I love how it went from hard techno to the hard style variation. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like you kept it all within the same family,
Yeah.
which makes it interesting.
Yeah, and also, for example, for your first build-up, it's really perfect because it's short, it's straight to the point, but you are building that tension because it's like, for example, the breakdown starts and it's like, okay, what's going on? And then you start building that tension and then boom, you drop it. This is a good example of how to make tension, and not only techno, in whichever track. And you did it great because your tension from the first build-up and the second build-up is way, way different. Which is the point. Something similar that we were telling in Django, that they have to keep the listeners engaged, and this is a really, really nice example.
Absolutely.
So Zico, you did it again. And please keep submitting.
Yes, and you know we've said it over and over again, but bro, this is your direction. You know what I mean?
Yes. You found your home, because I remember that with Valerius you were trying many paths, but techno is your baby. That's nice.
Techno definitely has a calling.
Yeah.
Definitely has a calling.
All right, our boy Bad
Santa. All right. So the only thing he said is he's still fighting with this one.
Okay, let's check this out.
All right. Let's see how we can help solidify the war here.
Right. this was Your Love by our boy Bad Santa.
Yes.
Just like what Willow said, vibes. This is absolute vibes. It kind of reminds me, because this is way, way better. Kind of reminds me to Noizu's Summer 89 or something like that.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Which is like a tech house track, but it's like a piano tech house track. And it's something similar, but how can I say it? Groovier. I like it. My only two comments, my guy, is that main string that you have the entire track. I feel it's just a bit too loud. So I would experiment and try to reduce it around minus 0.5, minus 1 dB, because for me it's just a bit disturbing in my opinion. And also, you have a vocal at the end of your track. Let me play it. Same with that last vocal. I would also try to reduce it just a bit around minus 0.5 dBs, but other than that, the track is really, really nice and fat.
Yeah,
Your thoughts,
absolutely.
my boy?
Absolutely. So this actually gave me more, not so much Noisy vibes, more Dombresky. You know what I mean? Because
right.
Dombresky has been going down this this more like disco kind of route.
Right.
But in terms of the production, the only thing I caught is on the kick, it needs more boom and a little less punch on it. Because because like especially with these kind of tracks, like the modern like tech disco, you know, you have that hybrid, like it's still boomy, but it's less punchy versus the regular, you know, as Max likes to say, the commercial tech house. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Well, there you go, Bad Santa. You already have our 3 comments. So
our comments, and so hopefully with this war that you're fighting with it, you know, hopefully we gave you some artillery in order to be able to combat the forces.
exactly. Well said. All right. Last but not least, our dear boy, Willis.
All right. Hey guys, finishing this one up and could use suggestions. Bit of drum and bass. Hope you all like it.
Okay, let's hear it.
I'm curious.
Vamos a empezar.
alright. This was our boy Willest featuring Dirty T on his drum and bass ID work in progress. Man, I am really amazed, you know? I am really amazed because you have been delivering drum and bass, but also tech house lately. But this is, wow.
Yeah,
This is something really nice from you.
Yeah, really creative, you know, bringing that. I don't know. I'd possibly even consider this like some Latin influence, you know, in the like in the instrumentation, especially with the guitars and everything.
Yeah,
like you know, bringing that to the drum and bass field, like that to me is insane. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. My only two comments is play with silences. And by this I mean from time to time during your drops, maybe you can remove everything and only keep a short vocal, or you can do that. Or you can do the same with your bass shots. So playing with these dynamics is gonna help you too much. And I have said this before that I learned this from Bad Bunny's tracks, because even though I don't like reggaeton, I have found out that he plays a lot with silences. So sometimes he removes everything, only keep one kick, one vocal shot, and then boom, he comes back with all the action. So that can be helpful for you in order to mark those transitions. And that's something I always do on my music. Even though it's tech house, I remove everything every 4-8 bars, and I only keep 1 or 2 shots, or maybe a double kick, pam pam, and then boom, I introduce the next section. So that's something that could help you a lot with this track. Also, I feel like your second breakdown is a bit, well, I don't want to say empty. I'm just saying that maybe it needs some low-end elements. So maybe if you could add some sort of wrist bass or some low pad, could be really useful for your breakdown.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I was gonna say pretty much exactly the same thing, but also to add on to the first thing you said about putting that silence. An idea that could possibly fit with this is on that silence, these little wubs you have.
There
You have the wub coming in, and then boom, right back into the track. You know what I mean?
There you go. You can use the whoops as your transitions. So you can remove everything, only leave the whoop and maybe a short reverse sample, and then boom, you're ready to introduce the next session. So instead of adding ton of elements for the fills, what you can do, you can also remove. You can also remove and only keep some certain and key elements.
But with respect to the percussion work, insane, bro.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah,
Insane.
exactly.
I love how you played around with all the elements on this track.
Man, this track needs to see the light, okay? Needs to see the light. So we are willing to help you on this one. So work it, and then send it to the feedback email so we can keep continuing with all these comments, okay, brother? Okay.
And let's just do one last refresh just in case.
Okay, perfect. We are good to go. Okay, guys, we hope you enjoyed this live stream. We had many submissions, and what I love about our community is that it's always diversified. You know, we can have tech house, drum and bass, future bass, some piano house. So for all these guys that stays the whole lives, it's gonna be helpful for you, because all these comments, all these suggestions can be applied on any style,
Yeah, exactly. You know, and the diversification is what really makes all of this beautiful. You know, it's never the same submission. It's never
Exactly.
the same style. You know, and that's also the beauty of the academy as well. Is, you know, we got pretty much almost every style represented. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And we are willing to help on whichever style you're making, because look, just like they say, there's market for everything.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
even though you think you are doing the weirdest raw style track, there's always market for that, and we're willing to help you with 24/7 feedback, okay?
Yeah, definitely. And so, yeah, guys, hopefully going forward, I'll be able to hop on these lives a little more. I got very lucky today that I was off across, all my other
Exactly.
jobs, but. Hopefully, as time progresses and the more I get myself organized with my other jobs and all of that, then hopefully I can be here and help you guys a lot more with your tracks
There
as
you
well.
go. That's the spirit, my brother.
Yes, and then then also right after this in a little bit, gonna be heading to Solace, which is the same place where we threw "Wish You Were Here." And so, I'm just basically going there, continuing to improve the relationship that we already started with the people over there, and the work it just doesn't stop. You know what I mean?
I get you, brother. Okay, guys, thanks for joining once more in this Sunday live. We hope to see you back for next Sunday. Okay.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Check in soon.